Goku, I would say, personally didn't get that much stronger during these 3 years of training. I know it sounds insane. Why wouldn't Goku get way stronger when 3 years pass? But because, well, he's training with way weaker opponents, and he's training in order to fight against an enemy that he cannot sense, that he can't conceptualize in his mind. And every time characters get huge boosts in power, it's because they can sense and conceptualize the power of a stronger fighter, which we see later on. In this case, they just know that these characters are stronger than Frieza, stronger than the Trunks who showed up, and would be able to kill the Super Saiyan. So they train as hard as they can without knowing what that really means, and they get a little bit stronger as Super Saiyan. So Goku, I would say his power level is maybe like 200 million, maybe a little bit higher than that, but I wouldn't really say it's higher than 225 million. Vegeta, on the other hand, his base form was already like 2 million-ish, 2.5, something like that when he got killed by Frieza. Now, unless you believe in post-death resurrection Zenkais, I don't think his base would be that much higher afterward. He was still weaker than Goku, and as a Super Saiyan, he would have been until he trained under 300 times gravity for 3 years and pushed himself to his very limits and achieved Super Saiyan. At that point in time, when we finally get to him, and I'll get to that later, I'm not trying to spoil this too much for everybody, he is stronger than Goku because he was using way more extreme power training comparative to Goku, and he was training with Goku in his mind. He knew how strong he was because he saw him fight against Trunks, and he saw Trunks, he saw Frieza, everybody like that. He sensed them, they were his benchmark, and he surpassed them with even harder training. So Vegeta becomes the strongest during these 3 years in time.